a try.
Yep, good luck, have fun.
Thank you too. Let's keep it simple. It's icy encounter for 4.
Icy encounter for 4. Cool. Also, I'm going to keep track of my hand size for you
Mm-hmm.
here.
Gotcha.
Um, just as a little handy thing.
Sounds good. Would you like me to do the same, or
No,
you're
no,
good?
no. I'm fine,
Okay.
but it's relevant for Prism, right? So,
Yeah. Especially every time I decide if I want to try and top your hand, basically.
right. Coming in for 4.
Yep.
Okay. I'll block 6.
Block's good.
Okay.
Arsenal pass.
Sure. I'll drop. Okay. This is interesting. I'm going to attack with Phantasmaclasm, pitching 2 yellows, floating 1.
Mm-hmm.
9. Phantasm, go again. Let's see your hand. Unless you have an instant you'd like to play.
Nope.
Okay. We got a mangle, a red glacial. So red, 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 yellow.
At this point, you're just helping out my hand, basically.
Right. I think here we'll get rid of the righteous cleansing to the bottom.
I think that's the right choice. So I can't yellow you so easily. Yep. All right.
Okay. So
Sounds
9.
good. How many cards in hand?
1. Sorry.
1 card in hand. All right. Yeah. Let's try and mangle it with an 8.
Yeah, it's good. It's broken.
Cool.
I will use my. Actually, I'm not going to use my floating here.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed to end step.
Sounds good.
Okay. I will arsenal, pass, and drop to 4.
And just to be clear, I can't make an instant right after you arsenal, correct?
Right. Once the
before?
arsenal has happened, no cards can be played because that's end step.
Good end phase.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nothing can be played during end step. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All you.
Alrighty. Let's pitch your red to Heart of Ice.
Sure. No response.
Winner's Bite. Pay 3 or discard a card, please.
Oh, I don't like that at all. That's actually really good. Wow. Pay 3. Well, guess I have to. I'll discard a Soul Shield.
Mm-hmm. I will do the same thing from Arsenal. Please discard or pay 3.
Oh, bugger. Any floating?
No floating resources.
Okay, then as a response, I'm going to play a Genesis and pray you don't have enough to swing your hammer.
Alrighty.
All 3 Soul Shields in one hand, by the way.
Oh, you're playing because if you don't, you have to go step up. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as much as I'd like to save it, I'm going to swing the hammer at a Genesis.
Very good. And I've got no cards, so.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, it seemed like a good time to. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to save the exposed, but I think this is the right choice.
You know, that was a really strong, like, double red Winter's Bite. Like, when I was really wanting to just hold everything, let you hit me, and just play Genesis and get to go off to the races, but no dice. Yeah, I'll just pass back unless you have anything. I've got no cards.
Nope.
No exposed off the top.
I wish. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna go ahead here and pass and draw up.
All right. Let's do Glacial Footsteps for 10 dominated, revealing an ice card. Pay for it. Or fuse it.
Sure, I'll take 10.
Okay. Down to 30. I will pass priority from you to Arsenal.
Pass back.
Arsenal pass.
Okay. All right. Here is what we will do. We will play a red prismatic, pitching a blue. Make 3 tokens.
Gotcha.
Okay, then we will go ahead here and attack with a spectral shield for 1.
No defense. Take 1.
Okay, I'm going to add Glisten from Arsenal, pitching a War Tune.
Take an additional 3.
Yep. I'll have go again now. I will attack you for 1 go again.
Take 1.
Okay. Actually, I think I'll use this die here. It's a bit easier to see. And then I'll attack you for 1 go again.
Take an additional 1.
Okay.
Down to 34.
All right, I'll go ahead and pass priority.
Sounds good.
Okay, I will Arsenal pass and draw up to 4.
Alrighty. Let's pitch a yellow to play from Arsenal. Channel Lake Frigid.
Okay, cards in hand.
3 cards in hand.
3 cards in hand. I'll play an Arclight in response to Lake Frigid, pitching 2 blues.
Okay. Good choice. Let's pitch a blue ice card and a Nothos Arclight.
Sure. It's destroyed. No response from me.
Channel Lake Frigid will make it. I'll pass priority before I end my turn.
Pass back.
Arsenal and draw it.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and attack you for 4. No go again.
Any cards in hand?
No cards in hand.
Okay. No floating?
Nope.
All right. Let's go ahead and expose the elements.
Oh, I was hoping you didn't have it.
To blow up your shoes.
Oh, no. Yep, there goes the footsteps. Couldn't have stopped it even if I wanted to.
1 floating.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I'm still doing the 4, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Dang it. That feels terrible.
All right. I'll take the 4 down to 30.
Okay. That's my turn. Anything else?
Nothing for me.
Okay. Draw 4. All you.
Okay. So I can activate Crown of Seeds, right, even if I'm not being attacked?
Correct.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. First, we'll start with the Heart of Ice.
No response. Yep.
And then I will Crown of Seeds, pitching another red ice to get rid of my arsenal and draw a card. I will then pitch a blue ice and a Nothos for 4.
Okay. Sure. I'm going to go ahead here and... How many ices are in your pitch?
3.
Oh, baby. Okay. I'll go ahead here and block 6.
All right. Block
Any
is
reactions? Good. Okay, no? Cool.
Any reactions from you?
No.
I should ask. Okay. Channel Bridge will live to see another day, and I will pass priority before I draw it.
Sounds good. All right. My turn. I'll attack you for 4 with the Spectral Shield, pitching a Herald of Triumph, floating 2 resource.
Okay. Let's block for 2 reactions.
Yeah, I will glisten, pitching an arc light. So I should have 1 floating.
And 0 cards in hand?
0 cards in hand.
Okay.
And this goes up to 6. So this is coming in for 7 total.
Okay. So 5 will go through, down to 25.
And then I will swing at you for 1.
No defense, take 1.
Sure. And I'll pass priority.
Sounds good. Nothing for me.
Okay. And I will draw up to 4, all you.
Let's pitch 2 blues. Glacial Footsteps for 10, fusing with an ice card.
Oh, bugger. That's not what you want to see.
10 dominated.
Oh, jeez. That's so gross. Yeah. 10 dominate. Hate to see it. We'll block 3 and take 4.
26.
Okay.
Anything before I move to Arsenal?
No.
I will Arsenal. Channel like Fridge will blow up. I'll put my unders under and draw up.
Sure. All right. I'm going to break Dreamweavers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just tap it.
Gotcha.
I need to get some like coins that are like active or like inactive or something. And I'll play an erudition.
Instead of flipping them over.
Yeah. Put coins like on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pitch a Cataclysm to give it go again. So 5 dominate, go again.
Okay. 1 card in hand?
1 card in hand. Sorry.
Okay. As much as I like my next turn, I think we should stop this. Let's block for 3, 4, and then pitch a red to Crown of Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And block the remaining 1 from erudition.
It's good. I'll close the combat chain and proceed to end step.
Gotcha.
I will Arsenal. And
actually, before you end your turn,
mm-hmm.
I will at instant speed play Awakening. Actually, no, I'm not going to, because you got to fuse in order to get the Seismic Surge tokens.
You're only going to get 2 tokens if you do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, nothing.
Okay, Arsenal pass.
Yep.
Draw up to 4. All you.
All right. Let's pitch a blue for Heart of Ice.
Yeah, no response.
2. Man. Okay. Actually, that works. Maybe. Let's buckling blow for 6.
For 6.
If it crushes, put a -1 counter on one of your things.
Cards in hand?
No cards in hand, 1 floating.
Okay. We will go ahead here and block 3, take 3.
Okay. It's 23. I will then pass party for my turn.
Pass back.
Cool. Draw up.
Okay. All right. On my turn here, I'm going to attack you with a Rebirth from Arsenal, pitching a Sink Below. 5 go again. Phantasm.
2 cards in hand?
2 cards in hand.
I might as well. Try and pop for 9.
Yep, 8. You do so. I'm going to go ahead and pass priority.
Okay.
I'm going to Arsenal pass. Draw 3 up to 4. All you.
Okay. Let's pitch a blue and Heart of Ice.
Okay.
Then we will Winner's Bite. Please discard a card or pay 3.
I don't like that at all. I will pay 3.
Okay. Then Anothos for 4.
Yeah. I will take 4.
Okay. Sounds good. 219.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw up and pass.
Sure.
Oh boy.
I think I have to go for this now. As much as I hate that. I'm going to pitch an Erudition to break Halo. Any response?
No responses.
Okay. I'll resolve Halo. I'll put War Tune Yellow into my soul. Draw a card. Vestige is active.
Okay.
I have 2 cards in hand. I'm gonna play a Tome of Divinity from Arsenal, pitching a Merciful Ret. Draw 3. Any response? Well, I have 1.
No response.
Okay. Then I'm going to Tome again. Any response?
No response.
Draw 3. Up to 5 cards. This is nice. Glad I went for this because I don't think it's ever going to get any better. I'm going to play a Tome.
Nice.
And
is that all 3?
That's all 3.
Oh man.
Any response?
Nothing for me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. So I'm now up after 3 tomes. I'm up to a 6-card hand. All 3 tomes just for a 6-card hand. We'll see if we can make it worth it for us here. We have yellows in our pitch, which is nice. It's very nice.
Go again is active.
We're going to go ahead and play a Genesis, pitching a Protection. Then we are going to go down and attack you for 1 go again.
No defense, take 1.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm also going to, before it hits, play an Ode to Wrath, pitching a Cataclysm and a Phantasmaclasm to pay for it. So you'll take
an additional
2,
1.
and it'll attack you for 1 with an additional 1 with Ode.
I'll take 2 again.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and pass priority.
Okay.
We'll Arsenal and pass. Draw 4.
Mm-hmm.
Let me fix my pitch real quick. This was a lot of stuff.
No worries.
Okay, we'll do this. Do this. This. Okay. I'll draw 4. All you.
Okay. Can I pause the game real quick? Or I'll play my turn, then pause the game real quick?
Sure.
All right. I will pitch a blue to Heart of Ice.
I'll respond
Mm-hmm.
with an Arclight for 2 blues.
Okay. I will then play 2 Channeling Frigids.
Oh,
pitching a blue ice card.
Baby. All right.
I believe it leaves 1 floating. Or no, 2 floating.
Hot damn. All right.
Hey guys, Dozer here. Just wanted to let you know that the next 20 minutes of the video are going to be me talking about various theory crafting things while I wait for my opponent to get back to the match. So if you want to go ahead and skip to this timestamp, you'll be able to go and see the rest of the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Second,
Sure.
I gotta do the kitchen table CCG thing. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Cool. Let's do this. There we go. All right. Yeah, so while we take that little bit of a break, might just edit this out. But yeah, Oldhim feels terrible to play against. It might be winnable, but I just hit the triple tome turn with I was holding on to 2 tomes for a while, arsenaled 1, and just drew through 6 cards and found the other one because I pitched it pretty early on in the game. I was not expecting to get the 3rd one, but I knew it was a good odds that I was going to be able to hit the cards I needed, and then it just happened to work out there. I wish I could have said that I planned all this. But that's what pitching intelligently will do for you. You don't have to memorize the contents of your deck if you just make sure that you pitch in a way that you'd like to see your cards, so that if you do ever get to draw into them, you'll be happy with what you draw. So right now I've got 1 card in hand, and got the 1 card in arsenal. Got an Arclight down. So this is an interesting interaction with Oldhim. Oldhim is really incentivized to play Heart of Ice for every reason except Arclight. Arclight actually gives him, well, it gives me the opportunity when I've got multiple auras out to really stuff his offense. And it's going to be really hard for me to decide whether or not I'm going to use the Genesis next turn because, well, he's got me under 2 Lake Frigids. So I kind of want to do the Genesis just to get the free value. The problem is, well, actually, based on what's in my graveyard here, I'm actually super incentivized to go for it anyway, especially because it'll turn on my Vestige. Because if I can draw a blue off of this card, and I will get a Spectral Shield off of it as well, I will be able to start making a little bit of a comeback if I draw blue because of the Vestige. So this is where the passive effects of the Genesis are really going to come into play, especially with the Arclight, because now, even though I'm under 2 Lake Frigids, I'm at the same time. Another fun fact about Lake Frigid. So normally, Lake Frigid is going to be a really awkward card, especially if you've got just the 1 out, but with 2 out, I mean, it's really crazy. Thing is, upkeeping both Frigids costs you an additional ice, because the way Lake Frigid reads with Channel, you have to put a card from your pitch on the bottom of your deck to resolve it and keep it around. So if my opponent here does not have 2 ices in his pitch at the end of the turn, he will not be able to keep both Frigids, even though he's played 2 of them. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Like, if you play 2 Frigids, you will have to pay double the upkeep cost of the ices. So definitely very hard to do that, which is good because 2 Lake Frigids at the same time is kind of insane. I mean, it's like a complete shutout. But we'll see if we can pull it back here. We've used all of our equipment that we can use. And because he's not really running many Earth cards, we haven't really had to worry about Vestige getting destroyed, which is really key for our comeback potential here. Especially on that Tome turn. That Tome turn would have been impossible without Vestige. And if at any point in the game when he was able to resolve that Expose the Elements card, while I had no pitch to pay for it, or where I couldn't, well, I would give up value if I didn't threaten to pay for it, then he would have been able to break my Vestige very easily, and that would have felt really terrible. So we would not be able to make that comeback at all. And the only reason if we win this game we'll win it at all is because of Tome. Now, I'm pretty sure Library's in here. I'm pretty surprised that I haven't seen Library yet. I don't think I have anyway. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, it'd be really terrible, for instance, if I drew Library off of Genesis. It would actually be like the worst case scenario. It would be really terrible if that happened. So let's hope that doesn't happen here, because it's highly likely. I imagine my pitch goes down to about here. Oh, what happened to my... I guess we were kicked out of Discord for being in the call too long, but that's fine. That's why we use the camera. But yeah, I feel like my pitch is probably around here. It's just kind of like a rough guess. I'm not actually gonna look, but it definitely feels like I feel like the heart of the cards is gonna happen where I'm gonna draw a Library and have a dead turn and then start falling behind again. So hopefully he can't keep up. If he doesn't have both Frigids stick around, I should be okay. I should be able to put out a little bit of pressure. But if he does have the like Frigid stick around, and if I draw a Library, I'm going to be omega screwed. So we'll see how that happens here. Because he had to pitch 2 cards to pay for the lakes. He had to play 2 lakes. And if he doesn't attack Arclight, we're actually chilling, because he has Time Skippers, but he doesn't really have a lot of attacks that can attack and make use of Time Skippers. Although he has more than Bravo. Icy Encounter specifically allows him to play out his turns without having to dedicate so many resources. So he can definitely like pop Time Skippers with a blue, swing a blue, and then pay another blue with Icy Encounter. That's a 4-card hand, but that will let him kill my Arclight and my Genesis on next turn, for instance, if he can't break it this turn. And since I'm under 2 lakes, I'm not going to really be able to get a lot of value out of the Arclight because he has the Time Skippers. So we will see here. Let's think. Anything else that's noteworthy about this matchup so far? Yeah, losing Footsteps has been less backbreaking in this matchup because of the 3rd Glisten. I did remove a Odarath from the deck list for this matchup, and I sided out. Let's see here. I might be at 61 cards, because I have only 1 Odarath in the deck, no Unmovables, no Parables, no Yellow Prismatics, and no Red Vapor Scenes. So I might be at exactly 61 cards here, unless I'm just forgetting something. Or it might work out here where if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. -1 because this is an extra ode. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so we're exactly at 60 cards, probably because of library combined with the 2 of ode makes up a 3 of, as well as the 2 Genesis, 2 energy potion, and likely 2 of something. Although 54, no. It'll be interesting to see. I can't remember what 2 of would be in here that would make that a nice even number. So I've got the 3 glistens. Hard to say. There's definitely something in here. It could be, if it's 1 ode, 1 library, 2 Genesis, and 2 energy potion, that's 6. And everything else is a 3 of, so that would make sense. And that's our 60. So the 3 yellow glistens has been huge. Yellow glisten being able to turn on your go again, as well as give you those tokens, are super threatening. And the fact that I have more and more of them against this matchup is so huge because, worst case scenario, I can just draw into a glisten and have an offensive pressure again. I don't have to rely on footsteps because the footsteps, I'm not relying on the heralds like at all for damage. I'm using them to block and pitch only, while also synergizing with the vestige and the Genesis. Sometimes I can throw them at him. But just to try and get cards out of his hand to weaken his next turn. But because of the extra glistens, the footsteps break is less harming because, like right now, I've got 1 War Tune engrave. 1 War Tune engrave. So right now, if I had footsteps, I'd be happy because I'd be able to draw into War Tunes. I'd be able to have these spectral shields lined up preferably and crash them into him with a single yellow, and not worry if he breaks him or not, especially because it'll weaken his next turn while also putting through more offensive pressure. But because I can't do that anymore, because if I do that, he'll just break it and I won't be able to get my action point back, I have to do auras first and maybe finish with a herald to try and get some cards out of his hand, which is still doable, especially with the glisten, but I really feel like I might want more glistens. So just to show you how prepared I am, I've got my my glistens here, the reds and the blue foils ready to go, as well as the illuminates, just to try and be ready to test whatever I need to test. I'm thinking also of putting the Whispers of the Oracle back in. I'm not sure which color, probably the yellows, but definitely the glistens. If I wanted to run the glistens, I'd probably be running the probably the reds, because the reds just give you so much value of that 4 extra attack every turn, while the blue gives you 2 every turn and helps you pitch. But I feel like I'd have to cut some instants to make room for all that, and because I need block, and glisten being a blue would still give me 2 tokens, which would help because I could put I could make a 3 attack spectral shield, which isn't bad. I mean, it's basically a Dawn Blade. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not ideal because it doesn't block. It might even be interesting to do odd ratios, so do 3 yellow and 1 red. I think I've tried that before in other builds, but I wasn't happy with it because there weren't really many matchups that needed glisten as badly as the Oldhim meta or the Oldhim matchup demands. So yeah, might run red glisten, at least as a 1 of, because only 3 glistens feels kind of weak when you are behind the 8 ball like this. I think I've already resolved 2 this game. If we look in here, we got 1, 2, because we had a 7 attack shield that we lost to a big dominate, which is crazy. But if we were able to go ahead here and get if we had another glisten in here somewhere just chilling, waiting for us to throw out more offensive pressure, I mean, that'd be crazy. Like the fact that even the blue one can turn on go again and give you 2 attack as basically an attack reaction. Because like earlier in the game I kind of misplayed. I should have attacked with the Spectral Shield when I had this and the other aura, and then attacked with the aura. It was an Arclight, I think, and I attacked with this. I should have attacked with this, glistened that, and then attacked with the go again, because I basically gave him a chance to block the damage that he wouldn't have had the chance to block otherwise. Or at least he would have been incentivized not to. Looks like we got our opponent coming back. Let's see what he says here. Seems to be in the process of typing. Oh, 7 more minutes. All right, I can talk for that long. Yeah, so generally speaking, Glisten's really strong against Oldhim. I'm not sure how good it is against other heroes, but I can definitely see how 4 Glistens, probably no more than 5 though. I wouldn't run more than 5 Glistens in a deck, because then you're getting into dangerous territory of kind of like oversaturation. Don't get me wrong, if I had 10 attack on a single Spectral Shield, I'd be feeling pretty good. But problem with that is that I don't know, it seems like it'd be really hard to keep it alive, and if you over commit your Glistens and again they break it, then those Glistens are gone forever. So it might even be smart to play them and kind of just hold the value on that one shield while you're attacking, and maybe use some for pitch so that in the late game you can rebuild if you need to, rather than going super tall. Although there will be instances where going super tall is correct and preferable. Yeah, no card. Oh, we have a card in Soul. Forgot about that. I don't know when that got there, but that's fine. Yeah, no, I've always been a big fan of Glisten. I think it's a really useful and interesting card. The fact that it's a persistent buff in a game that's all about turn-to-turn play and building up incremental advantages is really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how viable multiple Glistens is against other heroes, especially heroes that seem to do well into the field, like Dorinthia seems to be doing pretty well in the meta right now. And I feel like Dorinthia would be one of those matchups where it would be really awkward to keep your Spectral Shields alive around all of the attack reacts. I mean, we definitely can. We have a ton of defense reacts, and we have a pretty good matchup in the Dorinthia already. So it might not be necessary, but especially if you are still putting people in that bad decision point where it's like, okay, if I've got 3 tokens on a Spectral Shield and I've got any aura, let's say it's, this way, and I've got any aura in your Dorinthia, you feel terrible, because if you let that Spectral Shield live, it's a free 4 attack on my turn. And if you let the other aura live, it's still an aura that's threatening future stuff. You can't really get rid of it without giving up your entire turn. And then if I simply put another aura down, now you're under exponential pressure. So it'll be interesting to see if like Rhinar, I can't imagine Glisten into Rhinar would be very good, but you can probably just side him out, like I do anyway. But that is something you have to consider when you're deck building. If I have, let's say I ran 9 Glistens, right? Am I really going to be able to take 9 cards out of my deck for a matchup? Maybe. I mean, sometimes you can. But is Glisten the card that I can take out? And can I put the other things in my sideboard in? That's a hard ask. It's definitely a tough thing to get by on, so...
Alrighty. In hindsight, this was a small misplay, but that's alright. We'll roll with it.
Alright.
I'll pass party for my turn.
I will pass back.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Pass.
So you had 2 ices in there?
1 ice.
So one of those frigids will be dying.
Oh, it doesn't save.
That's right.
Oh, okay, good to know. You will die. Sorry, Charlie Frigid. Shucks. All right.
Yep. It's not that good, luckily. Okay. So still 1 card in hand here. Got to talk to the camera a bit. Might leave that in the video. We'll see.
No worries.
Had some good theory crafting stuff. Start of my turn. Genesis trigger in the event of start a turn stage. No one can get priority. I will put a Merciful Ret into my soul. Going up 2. Message turns on. Make a token. Draw a card.
All right.
My action.
Sounds
Oh
good.
my god, that is hilarious. So, I'm going to keep the audio in the video that I was talking in, at least somewhat, because literally the worst case scenario happened here. Everything that could have happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass priority.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, and I'm gonna end my turn
That's
and
for
draw
me.
3.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Well, if worst case scenario counts, then I guess we both did it. Let's.
That's so funny.
Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. All right. Let's pitch a yellow and Heart of Ice just for good measure.
Sounds like a good idea. I have no response.
And then we will pitch a. Oh, okay. Actually, it's going to work. No, okay. No, I can. Pitch a red, and then a blue for a Nothos floating. What is that? Floating 2?
You will attack my arc light.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Yep, a Nothos for 4.
Okay. Arc light's destroyed.
Okay, sounds good. I'll pass party for a moved arsenal.
I will pass back. Go to my turn.
That's arsenal and channel Lake Frigid blow up because I have 1 ice card.
Let's go. All right. What do we do here? Do we bet it all on black here or no?
Totally.
All right. So Genesis
You
is
bet
going to
it all
trigger.
on Merciful Retribution. That's what you bet it on.
Yeah. Start of my turn, Genesis will trigger. I will use it to put a sink below into my soul for no benefit.
Interesting.
Vestige is active.
Old strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off.
That's right. We're going to go ahead and get 3 cards in hand. We're going to go ahead here and
No.
attack with a spectral shield for 1. If it hits, you take 1.
You mean 2?
I
got you. Yeah. Take 2.
Okay, in response here, I'm going to go ahead and pitch a yellow to glisten for 3 tokens.
Deal an additional 3 down to 15.
Yep. With the go again, I will then attack you for 1 with the Odarath. The hits take 1.
Let's take 2.
Okay. I'll attack you for 1. Go again with Genesis. Same thing. If it hits, you lose 1.
Deal. I'll take 2.
Okay. I will close the combat chain. And I will play a library, pitching a red. So no library trigger this turn. But I do get it down. No floating.
This changes everything.
That's pretty good. All right, I'll pass priority.
Sounds good.
Okay. Then I will draw up. Draw 4. I drew library off the top that turn I had the Genesis play.
Oh, nice.
So I couldn't do anything. Yeah, so Vestige is no longer active. I have 4 cards in hand. It is your turn.
Alrighty. Let's pitch a blue for Heart of Ice.
No response.
Okay. Play a Winner's Bite. Please discard or pay 1.
Sure. I will pitch a blue, floating 2.
Just curious, or never mind. Let's pitch a blue and an Othos. That Ode to Wrath.
Sure, it's destroyed.
Okay.
Oh, I trolled.
I will pass priority and
Okay.
draw.
I will, when you pass priority to me, I will Prism ability.
Okay.
Pitching nothing because I have floating. So I have to pitch, though. I'm under the thing, so I'll pitch a red. Make a token. And then we'll go over to
wait. You're pitching a red for what? Oh,
I had 2 floating, but I'm under ice chest. So
oh,
I have
you're
to.
right. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Thank you.
So then I'll go over to my turn here. Okay. On my turn, I'm going to decline the Genesis trigger.
Okay.
Because I trolled. Well, I didn't troll, but you put me in a bind, and so I lost out on some value.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go ahead here and Prism. Going down to 1 card in Soul. Pitching a yellow Sink.
Very nice.
Token. Float 1. I'm gonna go ahead here and attack you for 4. Go again.
Take 4.
Okay. 1. Go again.
Take 1.
1. Go again.
Take 1.
1. Go again.
And take 1.
Sure. I'll go ahead and pass priority to you.
Sounds groovy.
Arsenal, pass. Draw up to 4. All you.
Let's start with the Heart of Ice. Pitching a red.
No response.
Okay. Then let's pitch a blue and an Othos Genesis.
It's good. Genesis is destroyed.
Okay. Pass priority before I draw it.
Pass back.
Draw pass.
Okay. All right. On my turn, I'm going to play a Merciful Ret, pitching 2 yellows.
Yikes.
Attack you for 4, go again.
Block for 3.
Okay, take 1.
Take 1.
1, go again.
Block for 2.
Okay, 1, go again.
Block for 1.
1, go again.
Take 1.
Okay. I will then pass priority. And I will end my turn and draw 4 off of library.
Gotcha.
Up to 5. All you?
I think I'm sunk either way, but I'm going to pay 2 yellow to blow up library.
Sure.
Is that a discard or pitch?
It's discard, and you have go again.
Okay. That's all I got. I will draw and pass.
Sure, that's fine. Okay. Well, let's see if we can do some damage here. Funny enough, because I don't have footsteps, this is infinitely harder. But luckily I have something in my soul. So we are going to Prism. Pitching a Soul Shield. Let's make a token. I'm going to come at you for 4 go again.
Well, I'm toast here. I can block 4 times.
Right, and because I attack you with that, you took 1 chip, and then I attack you with the last one, and then you're gone, right?
Exactly. Yep.
You could do the crown to stop one of them, and you still have 4 cards to block with. Technically. But yeah, I still have a 4-card hand, so...
Yeah. Yeah, and then I would still not be able to kill any of those, so then... Right. You would still just have 5 next turn anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right. GG.
Mm-hmm.